Pizza Jaffa's orange grows. Microchips is us. iPhone cameras us. Taco salads us. Dodavabanos us. Olive Garden us. White phosphor us. Sabra Hamas. Hezbollah us.
Motzi Lechemin. Hi, everybody, and my name is Matt Lieb, and welcome to Bad Hasbara.
Shechachianu, welcome. My name is Daniel Mate. This is the world's most moral podcast.
That's
we sort of
right.
jumbled up that intro this time, but
Yeah,
all
we
the pieces,
did.
all the pieces matter, and they fit in where they get in.
That's right, The
Or something.
Wire. Check it out. My name, once again, is Matt Lieb. I will be your world's most moral co-host for this podcast.
I already said my name. I'm not going to repeat it.
You don't have to. I did because I like to repeat it. I like people to know. That's my name. Don't wear it out. Anyways, shout out to producer Adam Levin, by the way, our wonderful producer on the ones and twos. Thank you, everyone, for listening / watching another episode of the world's most moral podcast. Please subscribe on YouTube. So close to 50,000.
Told you we'd never get there.
Guys, if we could get there by the end of next year, I'll be so stoked. You guys just please subscribe if you want to. I understand listening, maybe is more fun. Maybe you don't like looking at us. Maybe you like hearing the clips and not seeing the clips. Maybe my video's bad. Doesn't matter. Just subscribe. It just will make me feel good. I don't really know why. I don't think we get a plaque.
Yeah.
I forget at what point you get like a YouTube plaque.
Certainly not at 50,000.
Probably not. But hey, if you want to help us get closer to some sort of plaque, go to youtube.com/@badhasbara and subscribe. Let's talk about, also patreon.com /badhasbara. We had a wonderful episode last week for patrons only. Really fun one where we went through 2 episodes of The West Wing that were Gaza focused, and we watched how Aaron Sorkin and his acolytes on that writing staff tried to thread the needle between hard right Zionism and liberal Zionism, and the way it really in 2025 definitely aged wonderfully.
I wasn't on that episode, but I greatly enjoyed listening to it. I especially enjoyed after about an hour and 15 minutes of you slamming Aaron Sorkin and writing an entire song about him, Adam clues you in that neither of the episodes in question were written by Aaron Sorkin.
I know.
And then, in fact, he had departed the show by the time
a season earlier. And I was like, my point on Sorkin still stands, all right?
My Sugar Ray parody, we're still playing it.
We're still playing it. And you can listen to the full version at the end of the episode.
No, it was great. Really, really funny.
It was a lot of fun to do. We had Zach Foster and we had Vince Mancini. And Vince Mancini, of course, I do TV rewatch podcasts with and a movie podcast with called The Fraudcast. And we love to bring him in to do some media criticism for us here at Bad Hasbara as well. Check it out. Today's episode is brought to you by Mercy Corps. For more than 3 decades, Mercy Corps has worked in the West Bank and Gaza, meeting critical humanitarian needs. Their programs have supported Palestinian communities by helping communities cope with crises and supporting marginalized and vulnerable youth and increasing economic opportunities. If you have any money to give this holiday season, give to Mercy Corps by going to mercycorps.org. Do that right now. Mercy Corps, that's MERCYCORPS.org. Do it. Daniel, you look like you're in a different place, but I'm still going to ask you, what's the spin?
I'm going to tell you, but first, I just noticed I'm dressed like a literal teapot. Like I've got a tea cozy on.
That's true.
I've always been short and stout, but now I've got like a rhomboid injury, like an upper back.
Oh,
it's like I pulled a muscle or something. And
I don't even know where there's a rhomboid, huh?
Yeah, it's like a little muscle that lifts the arm up, and so, sometimes the pain is in my arm, sometimes it's in my... Anyway, it's painful. But I've got a menthol pack on there. Exactly. It's like a square with one wonky side. Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Good to know. High school geometry. I remember that shit.
I'm learning these things as I go.
Anyway, yes, I'm in D.C. I'm here lobbying for Podcast PAC.
Thank you.
Meeting with lawmakers.
If you support our podcast, then we won't talk shit about you on our podcast.
That's exactly right.
Those are the types of threats we do at Podcast Pack.
I went to the menorah lighting on the Ellipse yesterday, spoke to Congressman Fine, spoke to Congressman Schumer, got them together, said, "Hey, yiddles, what are we doing? My yiddles, let's get some of that pork, that kosher pork flowing to the podcast.
Check out this
community.
pork barrel."
Exactly.
And it's my penis.
But anyway, being in DC, I brought along some records from DC artists. Starting with Money Jungle by Duke Ellington from Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
This is his collaboration with Charlie Mingus and Max Roach. Really, really great jazz album. Throw that on the hotel bed behind me. The Blackbirds, City Life.
Very cool.
Yeah, including the song Rock Creek Park, named after a park here in this town.
Blackbird singing in the city life. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Thank you.
I brought actually the wrong Bad Brains. So whoever keeps the playlist, ignore this. This says I Against I. We already have that one on the playlist.
You wanted to put Band in DC.
No, I just wanted to bring their eponymous debut.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Bad Brains. So
yeah.
That's the one I want on there.
I'm glad you did Bad Brains because I was racking my brain I was like, what's a DC band? I know Baltimore bands, but the only DC band I can remember is Bad Brains.
Hey, check it. You know Go-Go? I'm trying to do Chris Partlow in the alley with the New York drug
That's
dealer.
right.
Keep quizzing him on.
Yeah, is it Go-Go Music? Was that the name of it?
I want to say like Step It and Fetch It, but that's not the name of the track.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Can't possibly be.
Shake It and Move It or something.
Yeah,
anyway,
Shake It and Move It. I think that's it.
Something like that. Move It and Shake It.
Yeah.
Rollins Band, Henry Rollins from Washington, D.C.
Oh, I didn't know that. Look at this.
Yeah. The End of Silence. For some reason, I didn't bring Fugazi. I think they're from here, aren't they? But anyway, Slam, the soundtrack, a wonderful film with starring Saul Williams, the poet, who's a wonderful Palestine ally advocate, incredible poet, and he was in this when he was young, in like the late '90s, playing a DC era poet who gets jailed, and his poetry mentor is Sonia Sohn.
Hell yeah, The Wire.
From The Wire, Kima Greggs. And finally, DJ Spooky, that subliminal kid. Great turntablist and sort of soundscaper from the late 90s. Album is called Rhythm Warfare.
I don't know DJ Spooky, but that's a very funny, silly name.
His real name is Paul D. Miller, so he wanted to go for something a little spookier, I think.
DJ Spooky Ookie. What if DJ was a ghost? That's great. I love it. So that's what's spinning.
Yeah, man.
That's what's spinning. Shout out to Bad Brains, by the way. One of the fucking dopest American hardcore punk bands from that era.
Yeah.
People often sleep on them, but they were super dope. I recommend you check out their Live at CBGB's set. It is the coolest thing you will have ever seen. So now before we introduce our guest, there's one thing that we wanted to bring up from, I guess this is, we talked about this guy, was it last week where we talked about the Deal Book Conference?
A couple of weeks ago, I think.
Maybe, yeah, I don't remember time. Time just happens. Alex Karp.
Yeah.
And you alerted me to this. Can you tell me a little bit about this tweet that he put out?
So Alex Karp was one of the many freaks who attended and were featured at the New York Times Deal Book Summit, talking to Adam Ross Sorkin or what the other Sorkin.
Yeah.
Andrew Ross Sorkin.
A different Sorkin.
So a different Sorkin.
A Sorkin by any other name would smell as coked out.
That's exactly right. And Alex Karp smelled even more coked out. And, he talked about how the most oppressed people in America are white working class men, and that's why Palantir has to exist.
Right.
He talked about
we gotta watch them. These white working class men are dying alone from depression and loneliness. We gotta
send them overseas and have them die in piles.
Make your suicide matter.
That's right.
Join a private military organization.
Suicide contractors.
Yeah.
And then he also talked about how people are Jew obsessed and how literally no one normal thinks about Jews all the time in a room full of Jews.
Yeah, right. At the New York Times Deal Book Conference. Just like,
and but more than the content of anything he said, what a lot of people noticed was just his body language, his mannerisms, if you will, his physical mien. Palantir also took notice of people taking notice of that. And they put out this hilarious tweet last week where they said, while cross-country skiing this morning, Dr. Karp decided to launch a new program, the Neurodivergent Fellowship. If you find yourself relating to him in this video, unable to sit still or thinking faster than you can speak, we encourage you to apply. The final round of interviews will be conducted by Dr. Karp personally. Application link coming soon. Thank you and good luck. Can we just play the video they're referring to?
Oh, absolutely. I would love nothing more than for people to see this while cross-country skiing, by the way. Quite a choice of words.
Yeah, slaloming, with big piles of snow.
Yeah, lots of snow.
Each other
Just
10
back
years ago, hopefully.
and forth.
Here he is.
When we began talking, annoying each other 10 years ago, hopefully I'm annoying you as much as 10 years ago, or more. When I made this.
I've never, first of all, that is the most coked out man I've ever seen. I love neurodivergence as the new, Hasbara for when you watch someone who's clearly tweaking.
And the thing I love about this is just imagining the waiting room for that interview with Dr. Karp himself personally. The final round, the short list.
Yeah. Hey, can we bolt down these chairs?
Just hitting each other in the fucking face.
Yeah, they can't. No one can control their limbs. I'm sorry, but Palantir is. What are they other than the future robot overlords of the of the future fascist states of America? The idea of being neurodivergent and just being I certainly would like to visit the Palantir facility and meet with people. You just get in immediately. The waiting room is a euthanasia stable. There's no fucking way that Alex Karp is not pro euthanasia.
I'm just really hoping that they don't make Alex Karp the sort of body double prototype Andy Serkis for the robots. Can you imagine a robot programmed to move like him? That would be the most frightening thing in the world.
It's killing me annoyingly.
It won't sit still. It has no center of gravity.
I mean, listen, I'm okay with you getting killed by a cool robot, but this one's a fucking dork. That is kind of how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Anyways, shout out
Stop or my electric eel will shoot.
Shout out to Palantir, Alex Karp. You guys are making great products that are very useful
and great initiatives.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for caring about neurodiversity in this age of rampant ableism. If there's one thing Palantir cares about, it's making people's lives better.
That's right.
We have a wonderful guest that I'm very excited to introduce. This is someone who I actually first came across because, not unlike myself, she very much seemed to have enjoyed and really digested the, what's her name? Sarah Hurwitz, like soul, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She seemed to really understand where that video was coming from, where Sarah Hurwitz was coming from when
the key lessons of the Hurwitzian worldview. Yes.
And so this is one of the videos that she put out that I would like to show you all right now.
Holocaust education is really essential, but I think young people are getting confused. They're seeing videos all day long of, buildings being destroyed, children with missing limbs, innocent people literally being blown up. And the lesson that they're taking is that this is wrong. And that's really not the right lesson, because they learn about, big, strong hurting, weak, emaciated Jews. And then they see videos of Israel, one of those powerful military operations in the world, just literally destroying an entire population of people. And for some reason, they don't like that. It's make that make sense. You just can't even have a conversation with some of these people because, they're seeing just the most horrific, depraved violence you could ever conceive of for over 2 years now. And what they're thinking is, oh, you should fight Israel. You should fight the big, powerful guy. And it's no, you should be cheering that on. And now people can just see what's actually happening all the time on their phones, so it's way harder to propagandize that.
Just a beautiful impression. Shit, I thought there was two of them. Super funny comedian and content creator. Ladies and gentlemen and everyone else, welcome to the podcast, Cassie Willson.
Ooh, thanks for having me, team. I just subscribed on YouTube. And
that
is real. Getting you, inching you closer to 50K.
Yeah, every
Let's
day
make it happen.
I just hopefully, sometimes we get a subscriber and then someone leaves and I'm like,
Totally.
yeah, you fucked me.
Yeah, exactly.
Cassie, thank you for coming on. Stoked to have you. Great video. You make a lot of really great content. And,
Oh, stop. I love my fans.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me. I can't wait to be moral all together. This is
yeah.
great.
I love to be moral. Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself? Tell our audience about you. You're a comedian. You're, you're
Sure.
political.
Sure.
Anti-Semite, maybe.
Yeah,
Who
huge
knows?
anti-Semite.
Okay. Mhm.
I'm just a lady and I make videos in my room, pretty much is the vibe. But
Yeah.
I have thoughts and sometimes I share them, and that's cool.
Yeah.
I did a lot of work on the Zeron campaign this year, and that's the vibe.
Yeah.
How you
And I
feeling? How you feeling pre-Inog?
I feel incredible. The city is electric. It's going to be amazing. I'm so excited for the Inog. It's a long time coming, so let's make it happen.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So you single-handedly got him elected, and that's
Yeah, pretty
fucking
much.
cool.
So you're
I love that.
welcome, the world.
And you also seem to be part of like an impromptu or ad hoc little troupe of
Yes.
of comedians and content creators. Can you tell us about your
Tell
little
us-
foursome?
Tell us about your little troupe.
My little friends. Yeah.
You guys do skits.
We make little videos online. You guys, you might be familiar. We don't have like a name. We do have a group chat that is called Political Polycule. So
Hell yeah.
that
That's a
is kind of the
great
vibe. But yeah, it's me, Prance of Box Top. That's his like handle. And then Christina, who is Miss Xtina B, and then Christian Divine. So the four of us just all make similar kinds of like leftist sketch, cultural commentary kind of content. And we all just kept running into each other. We all live in Brooklyn. We all kept running into each other leading up to the election. And so, we just like were organically spending all this time together. And then I think Christian had the idea for the New York Times video. And
Yeah.
since then,
yeah.
we actually just filmed one today. So look
Hell
out for
yeah.
that. But yeah, we've been writing stuff together, and that feels really exciting and really fun. And it's, it's nice to have buddies and not just be making your own stuff all the time.
Well, not that you asked me, but Polly with an I, Kuhl, would be a fantastic name.
Ooh, Polly.
Like Polly
with an-
Sci.
Oh,
Polly Kuhl.
totally.
Look
I'll
at
run
this.
it by them. I'll pop it in the group chat. See what they
You're already
think.
getting notes on your group chat
yeah.
name.
Well, that's why I'm here.
That's
for
why you're
feedback.
here. We're
yeah.
here to give you feedback.
Great.
Speaking of feedback, how has how has the response been? Have you done other comedic critiques of the genocide and what's going on with the media with regards to that?
Yeah, I find it hard to be laugh out loud hilarious when
Tell
talking
me
about
about it.
Gaza. But I made a video a few months ago just talking about how insane you start to feel after having a similar kind of conversation. Like if you're in kind of an organic conversation with somebody that and Gaza comes up and you can see a shift in them.
Yeah.
And you just think, what are we talking about? Like, what is going on? And that's how, I felt for 2 years and how a lot of people have felt for 2 years, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of, feedback back, I don't know. Back in October 2023, I just started posting a bunch of stuff about Gaza on my stories. I wasn't posting regular videos because I literally didn't know how to do that. I was like, is everyone not kind of looking at this all the time?
Right.
So I took a long break and lost thousands of followers and was getting the craziest DMs you could ever imagine, but was
Yeah.
also thinking like, hey, literally, can I swear in this podcast? I'm sure I
fuck yeah,
can.
dude.
I'm
Yeah.
sure I can. I don't know why I asked. It's
You
like
can't swear, but you can do anti-Semitic tropes. That's okay.
you can do hate crimes if you want. That's fine.
You can't.
We're not
you
live
can't
on
curse,
ABC.
but you can curse
Curse
the Old
the Jews.
Testament. That you
Great.
can curse the Talmud.
I mean, it was just this feeling of like people would be DMing me insane stuff, and it was just like literally, fuck you. I have a platform and you don't. And I was working a day job with a lot of Israelis, and they were getting in my DMs, and it was like, this feels weird and inappropriate because this is my personal Instagram, and you could just message me on Slack. But it also just felt like, okay, if not this, then what? You know, like if you're not, if this isn't something you care about and that you want to talk about and that is worth losing lots of followers over, then what the fuck is, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
really funny laugh out loud start to my appearance on this pod. I think we can all
don't
agree.
worry. This pod is going to remain somber and unfunny for the rest of this. So,
awesome.
You just have to, in between stories about horrible atrocities, I just need you to do a little skit.
For sure. I'll get a clown nose and do a little, some kind of
a bell
performance. I don't
know. So, I mean, you touched on something that I think is important and relevant to the story that we need to open with. You talked about the kind of like the mass gaslighting, that feeling that you had of like talking to someone and watching their entire body change as soon as you bring up like, hey, these Palestinians sure seem to be getting murdered in mass. That's bad. And then watching people kind of not know, what to say, and then questioning yourself and going like, wait, am I wrong? Did you ever have that feeling like, am I wrong for caring about these people?
No, but I don't know. In growing up and in my early adulthood, I just wasn't really exposed to like Zionism really. And so I remember having this moment on like October 8th where I was sitting in a restaurant with two friends of mine, and my friend showed me a post that her boss had made on Instagram just saying like, we stand with Israel. And I was like, with Israel? Like I couldn't, I was like, but what do you mean?
Yeah.
So, I knew enough to know that something was immediately amiss.
That's not something you stand with.
Yeah.
Right. I was like,
As a boss, especially, is when it's like the person who employs you is telling you, by the way, this
is where I stand.
Yeah, this is where I stand, and this is where the company stands.
Yeah,
is a strange thing. Like I feel like you don't really see that with any other, even with the like Ukraine stuff. It was people weren't being, put in a position of like, you better like all my pro-Ukraine posts. This just wasn't a thing.
Well, there aren't as many Ukrainian bosses out there either.
Yeah, maybe not. But it is definitely a weird thing that you notice for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, just this immediate like there is some deep misalignment with what the powers that be are saying and what I and every reasonable person that I know is saying.
Yeah.
And so that's when I started to feel insane and never really stopped. But then at the same time, like, TikTok has been a big place where people are kind of more able to talk about Gaza and like how insane Zionism is and how deep it goes in this country. So you kind of, and the algorithm will do that for you. They will kind of section you off into people who agree with you. So, but Instagram does that a little bit less. So I was getting, some crazy messages.
Crazy commenters over on Instagram.
Yeah.
In those early days of Am I Crazy, did you have or need to have like progressive Jewish people around you saying, it's okay, you're not crazy, you're allowed to see what you're seeing? Or did you not require the co-signing of
I didn't really
people
require
who for some reason were given more authority like us?
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't really requiring co-signing. I went to a JVP protest on October 8th, and it was, I guess reassuring or comforting to hear these, Jewish New Yorkers saying what I already thought to be true.
Yes.
Right.
And then, friends of mine, like it was.
Was that the one at Grand Army Plaza?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Look at that.
Oh,
right by Chuck Schumer's
Yep.
pad.
Yep.
Look at you New Yorkers doing fun, cool shit. While
Yeah.
all of us in LA are just basking in the sunshine. Surfs
Driving
up.
in your cars,
Driving
sitting
my
in
car.
traffic. Sounds awesome.
Yeah,
Wish
it's
I
pretty-
was there.
It's pretty sick.
Yep.
Some of us have backyards, not me.
Totally.
But yeah, no, you bring up this like gaslighting, and it's like, to me, I've been thinking a lot about the complete lack of leadership when it comes to vaguely left institutions, liberal institutions, whether it's the Democratic Party or any of the quote like liberal media that people consume, like MSNBC. The gaslighting that happens because none of these people are willing to admit the stark reality of what Israel is and what they've been perpetrating for a long time, but also what they are currently perpetrating in front of everyone, live streamed on TikTok. And it adds to that kind of like, I must be crazy because I don't have my usual, media viewing. The people I go to, reassure me that my worldview is correct. Are not saying shit. In fact, they're saying kind of the same thing that the MAGA people are saying. And that, to me, kind of leads into a little bit of the subject I wanted to talk about. And we have to talk about this up front because yesterday, we're talking on Monday. This will come out tomorrow on Tuesday. So if you're seeing us on Tuesday, hi. But 2 days ago to you, 2 gunmen went to Bondi Beach in Australia and killed 15 people at a Hanukkah celebration. We don't know much as of now. What we do know so far is that the shooters were Syrian father and son, and apparently, as reported,
it's nice to collaborate with family.
Yeah, it's always good to have a strong.
My dad and I work together too. It's nice.
It's a family
That's
business.
true. You and your dad do work together.
Yeah.
You guys are, of course, he's a Holocaust survivor. That dad was a Holocaust denier. A lot of, similarities there. But he and his son, according to the BBC and Haaretz, both reported that the Sydney gunmen in Hanukkah attack reportedly were linked to the Islamic State. They said that they were had pledged allegiance to the Islamic State, and they had, IS flags in their car. I don't know. We still don't know everything about this. But what is interesting about that particular detail is that it kind of blows away the Iran links that Israel's been desperately trying to make.
Actually, it should create more of an America link. There was a leaked email, I think, from some American diplomat to Hillary Clinton back when she was the Secretary of State, who said ISIS is on our side in Syria.
That's right. Yes. And it's really, I mean, in terms of that detail, we'll see what more comes of it. But in Israel, they say Iran's chief rabbi condemns Bondi Beach attack amid suspicions of Iranian involvement. Now, the idea...
Iran's chief rabbi condemns it, and we're not having it.
Yeah. I love the idea of just like, oh, you condemn it. That's awfully suspicious of you to condemn it at this moment when we are very much trying to make you a party to this horrible event. And when you just talk about the gaslighting, I think one of the things that is really bummed me out, and I hate to start off with like bummer stuff, of course, on the...
Hey, we're already there.
We're already there.
Come on.
We're already sad,
Keep it
but
going.
Watching the way in which the death of these 15 people in Sydney, 15 Jews is what it's being said. I assume it's 15 Jewish people, although we don't know. Even if it wasn't, it's a blatantly anti-Semitic attack, shooting up a Hanukkah celebration on the beach. Watching the way in which, before we even have a body count, the Hezbollah apparatus has decided, of course, to exploit this event. Like, nothing makes me angrier. Like the idea that the Atlantic can immediately come out with an article before we even have a body count. They came out with an article that said, this is what globalizing the Intifada looks like. You have people on all major news networks immediately framing this entire thing as a not just an anti-Semitic attack, which it is, but as somehow part of the pro-Palestine movement.
Yeah, to be clear, ISIS has zero to do with the Intifada.
To a degree at which, like, Hamas, of course, chased ISIS out of Gaza. I mean, these are literally warring factions, to the point where also Iran is the opposite of ISIS. They are not ISIS. That is, like, they are in political and ideological opposition to each other. Of course, people in general don't know that because, you know, before 9/11, no one knew what the fuck a Sunni or a Shia was. It just was, it's all Muslims. And still to this day, people don't know this shit. But I just like watching the way in which we have no leadership. It, like, all of this makes me pissed at liberals because there's this liberal commitment to, you know, being pro-Israel, or at the very least being quiet about it and considering it like a touchy subject that's complicated, that has essentially allowed for the majority of people who consider themselves Democrats or, you know, not MAGA, it's allowed all of them to go literally fucking insane for the last 2 years.
Just give me a second. I just need to open the window for a second.
Oh, go ahead.
You hear that, Democrats? Congress is just right down the street.
DC, baby.
That's right. You're in DC. Can you, I don't know, can you aim the speakers at the Capitol?
Yeah, he's
please?
in the Capitol right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just, it pisses me the fuck off that immediately Israel can hijack this tragedy, this actual tragedy against Jewish people, the very people they claim to care about, and immediately weaponize it to try to do the things they always do: spread anti-Muslim hate, spread anti-Arab hate. It's just like the shit fucking, it makes me fume. I can't believe we're still at a place where when the prime minister of Israel has something to say about anything, you're not immediately going, oh, and now we hear from the Nazi contingent of the world's, you know, it just like we are dealing with a group of people who, if you don't by now understand that Israel does not care about Jewish people, I don't know what's going to convince you.
Cassie,
you know?
how have you dealt with, I'm assuming before all of this, you found it easier to think of yourself as somewhere in the nebulous spectrum of democratic politics. How have you dealt with the, I mean, maybe that's a false assumption. Maybe you're
maybe you're MAGA.
Maybe or
Yeah.
or maybe you're a further left tanky than I am. But
I'm a Hillary girl, actually.
Yeah, still with her.
Yeah.
I'm always with
Still
her.
holding out.
still withering.
Still withering. Nice. 10.
I mean, I think that this has drawn the clearest line between like a leftist and a liberal, like what that is. And
Yes.
Just to give an example, I went to a like an influencer conference back in May, which was kind of for like progressive content creators. And overall, it was like a really positive experience, mostly because I met all these people who were kind of doing similar things to me. But Gaza was the issue that, you know, everyone else can agree on everything else. But Gaza was the issue that some people still are skirting around it or saying, you know, kind of pro-Israel things. And it was just that it is the issue, and the fact that it is the issue, and you can see exactly what has been happening for 2 years, like it will never not make me insane.
Yeah.
And they're hoping that it's not an irreparable fault line. They're hoping that people like you will be like, yeah, well,
Yeah.
big tent differences. That,
Right.
you know, reasonable people can disagree, but not
Right.
bloody likely.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot about trying to explain this time period to my future children, the way that my parents have explained other things to me, you know, like, hey parents, what was the AIDS crisis like? You know what I mean?
Right,
like, were you
right.
feeling a similar kind of like insanity? And so I think about that all the time, and how like having to explain that no, the world wanted us to be pro-Israel during all of this.
Right.
I will never know how to explain that, like, truly.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, it's like the way in which it's being done, because I mean, obviously there's like always going to be the political pressure to conform from like your, you know, your big liberal institutions or institutional media is always going to be like, this is our line, this is the things we say. And that's, you know, kind of, that's just how it is. It's how it's been. With this one in particular, it's just so starkly different in that you are literally being told to stop caring about people who are dying during a genocide. And I think like it's the lack of leadership that has been, I think, driving most people insane, where you have nowhere else to go with these feelings. And the idea that we're just going to
or you have to turn to podcasters.
or you have to turn to
Or-
fucking
Jesus
podcast.
Christ.
Or you
What a
turn to one
wretched
another.
situation.
I
Or
mean,
one another.
genuinely,
That-
like,
better.
I think about going to those protests in fall 2023 being
Yeah.
the only thing that would bring me any sense of like comfort is being surrounded by thousands of other people who
Yeah.
I know agree with what I know
Right.
is right.
Yeah, the last time I was in DC was at one of those massive rallies in the October or
Yeah.
November of that year, and the feeling of collective exhalation of wow, we're not crazy,
Right.
Right.
was palpable. Matt, what have you been seeing in terms of the way this disappearing class of virtuous liberals who care about human rights have been treating this tragedy in Australia, or
I mean,
just the Hasbara the industry in
So
general?
so far, the Hezbollah generally has been exactly what you would expect it to be. It's just an immediate call for pogroms against Muslims, for the disenfranchisement of Muslims in every Western country. A fucking New York City, in your very city of New York, Big Apple, more like big racist. Because here is Councilwoman Vicky Palladino saying, we're in the midst of a global jihad, the likes of which the world has never seen, and we cannot ignore it. We need to take very seriously the need to begin the expulsion of Muslims from Western nations, or at the very least, the severe sanction of them within Western borders. The administration needs
So sanctions are okay sometimes.
well, yeah, as long as it's not boycott and divestment, the sanctions are fine. The administration needs to begin developing a formal legal framework for the denaturalization process and get it over with before we end up with another 9/11 or worse. Enough is enough. First of all, the idea is like we're going to have another 9/11 as if like the 9/11 hijackers were all American citizens. Like, and also, yeah, also, I mean,
and, okay, fine. Yeah.
that might, she might just be telling on herself there. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Bush.
We need to denaturalize Muslim citizens so that we won't have brave people intervening the next time there's a massacre.
Literally.
So the thing about that tweet is it was a quote tweet of friend of the show, quote unquote, Drew Pavlov's,
who's-
whatever. You know, the
Pavlov's dog.
Yeah,
He's,
the
he's
Australian
Australian,
chud. Yeah. He had tweeted the video of a man in Australia during the shooting who tackled one of the shooters. So that is a quote tweet of that. And it's very interesting because it was the one tweet that didn't identify the shooter. It didn't say his name or any information about it. She found the one that actually didn't mention who this person was. And so his name is Ahmed Al-Ahmed. And he is an Australian citizen, a Muslim who came to Australia in 2006. And here is just the some of the video of it. It truly is, an amazing thing to see. He tackles one of the shooters. He took 2 bullets from the other shooter, and he pulls his gun away. Now, he doesn't fire on him, but just seeing that video was like, holy shit, that's an incredible act of bravery. He literally saved lives. He saved Jewish lives. And for some reason, Bibi, Prime Minister, our main man, took this opportunity to randomly do, in the most Israeli fashion, take credit for that guy. He straight up used him.
Muslim shopkeepers, us.
Yeah, exactly.
Good Samaritans, us.
Australian heroes, us. So here,
G'day, mate, us. Foster's Lager, us.
Yeah, exactly.
Shrimp on the Barbie, us.
Bloomin' onion, us.
You call that a knife, us.
Yahoo Serious, us.
Did your parents explain to you Crocodile Dundee, Cassie?
I know about that. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
I'm not that young. Come on.
Yeah, that's just.
How old do you guys think I am? Wait a second.
I don't know.
That
Never
was
mind.
that
Doesn't
was
matter.
Daniel reacting to having lived through the AIDS crisis. He was just like,
Sorry.
"What do you mean? Ask your parents." I know.
My bad.
It wasn't that long ago. All right. Here
Ask
is,
my old parents what it was like.
my parents are like 45. Ew. Okay. Here is BB randomly taking credit for it.
We have seen evil at its worst,
Thank you, Adam, for the dub. By the way, he did
and
this.
we
in
have
Hebrew.
also seen Jewish heroism at its best. I saw on the way here a video of a Jew who pounces on one of the murderers, takes the weapon from him, and saves who knows how many lives.
My only criticism was that he did not fire on the shooter point blank
Or one of his children.
and then bomb his extended family.
Where's the drone when you need it?
I know.
His
Jesus.
Jewish education was clearly incomplete.
He was taught too much about the Holocaust in order to complete the ethnic cleansing in that moment.
And
We
when
will not make
the
that mistake
Hasbarists clued in that this guy's name was Ahmed al-Ahmed,
Yeah.
I then saw some of them be like, this guy is spiritually Israeli. That's one of their favorite phrases, spiritually Israeli.
Yeah. And
I'd love to go to his fruit stand and see if there's any maps, particularly of, I'd love to find out what his politics are regarding Israel.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, I also saw like the blatant misinformation campaigns that we always see around these things. And this was just one of the rare times where the misinformation about a Muslim, it was still Islamophobic, but they realized they had to because he was a hero, they had to change the narrative. So they were just like, I think it was the Atrocities of October 7th account that posted that he was a Christian Maronite for no reason. They're just like trying to.
What are we talking about? Like, what are we even talking about at this point? Like,
Yes,
Jesus,
yes.
talk about gaslighting. Oh my God.
I mean, obviously there is a commitment to Islamophobia, but also, I mean, narrative wise, it's kind of fucked up because for them, they have to they're like, man, we had this perfect thing where we could just be like, see, this is how Muslims are. And then a goddamn Muslim had to go in and fucking tackle one of the guys in one of the coolest videos anyone has ever seen.
Yeah, and then they flip it to you see Muslims? This is what you should be doing. Pushing it back against the hijacking of your, I'm sure on some level at some point in history, noble or at least potential filled culture that we despise anyway, but you could be better. And if you'd only, which is so telling on themselves, because what is called for in this moment truly is Jewish people doing the same, in terms of, pushing back against the hijacking.
Tell me about it.
Exactly. What are we trying to do here?
Yeah, I love doing that. I love trying to pull that fucking argument at a time when you have to fucking you have to beg someone in private, please stop being genocidal. Please, can you?
If you're not going to post your own statement about it, please stop reposting Mayim Bialik.
Yes.
Just the immediate the jump to taking some a shooting that is so horrific and so hate fueled and immediately being and this is Muslims' fault. It's kind of the same way the American media has started to be the second there's any kind of shooting, it's they're probably trans, right?
Right.
Just this immediate jump to how can we demonize a specific population for this with zero basis. It's actually disgusting.
It is, and it's so fucking blatant. And I think one of the other gaslighty parts about it is anyone who lived through the goddamn war on terror for the last fucking 30 years, sees right through this. The idea that they're trying to once again rehash the same old fucking shit makes everyone insane, because it's like I thought, especially liberals, like I thought we in 2008 we were like, I realized the whole like Islamophobia, go to Iraq, kill 1 million people for no reason thing. I think we need to make up for it. Let's elect, Barack Hussein Obama as a fig leaf, as an olive branch. It's like, it truly was. At the time it felt like America had like learned something, and I don't actually believe that they haven't. I think people do see through a lot of Islamophobia, but they completely abdicate responsibility when it comes to they allow Israeli Islamophobia to be prevalent because they mask it in like fake, identity essentialist language that sounds like the language of, social justice.
Well, and
activism.
related to that is that in my view, it started, or at least it took a very bad turn in 2016 when their hero Hillary Clinton lost. They couldn't explain it. And so in order to help them explain it and deal with their trauma, not only did they blame Russia, but in so doing, they invited back into the fold people who should have been put out to permanent pasture in 2008. Exactly. People like David Frum, who are now chiming in helpfully to tell us what this all means. People like Bill Kristol, people who should have been neocons who should have been thoroughly discredited.
Yes.
Iraq war cheerleaders and architects. And now they are, because they're never Trumpers, they're Democrats' best friends. They're on MS Now, which is, I guess, what it's called now.
Yeah, I just learned that.
And Rachel Maddow's been one of the biggest. Maddow's been one of the biggest war hawks in the past decade.
It's
so
crazy.
it's been insane. The Democratic Party has been a place where neocons can do their comeback tours.
Yeah, and meanwhile, it's like you're looking at what the shit that is Benjamin Netanyahu is now saying about this. And I just can't believe anyone buys into his nonsense. He took the opportunity, once he was, of course, corrected about the fact that this guy was not Jewish. He just assumed he was Jewish. He went on to talk about the anti-Semitic attack, and he went on to blame Australia and the Australian government for it by saying, you guys have let anti-Semitism spread.
Right.
By recognizing by recognizing a non-existent, non-sovereign, non-contiguous, non-militarized, completely chimerical, never to be Palestinian state.
Right. Yes.
That's what killed those Jews on Bondi Beach.
Yes. Yeah. And so here is him talking about this and making that claim. There you go.
On August 17th, about 4 months ago, I sent Prime Minister Albanese of Australia.
What the fuck? What kind of hard-on do Israelis have for people of the Albanese clan, man?
I think that I don't know what it is. The fact that he's also Albanese, I'm like, what is going on
We
here?
need a big Albanese family sit down. We need the members of the Albanese family to gather in Sicily or wherever and have a good talk about these
What if you just call Taylor up? That's what you said.
I'm straight up like, at this point, all Albaneses need to get together and figure out how to create their own state.
Sit down with some ziti.
Yeah, it'll some sort of Italian Albanian, I assume. Okay, here we go.
In which I gave him warning that the Australian government's policy was promoting and encouraging anti-Semitism in Australia. I wrote, "Your call for a Palestinian state pours fuel on the anti-Semitic fire. It rewards Hamas terrorism. It emboldens those who menace Australian Jews and encourages the Jew hatred now stalking your streets. Anti-Semitism is a cancer. It spreads when leaders stay silent. It retreats when leaders act. I call upon you to replace weakness with action, appeasement with resolve. Instead, Prime Minister, you replaced weakness with weakness and appeasement with more appeasement. Your government did nothing to stop the spread of anti-Semitism in
I
Australia.
warned him at the time that we may, if you do not change course, we may soon see anti-Semitic incidents rising in Australia. There may be consequences that I will be powerless to stop.
Yes, I will be on a PowerPoint. I mean, powerless. To stop. I mean, just like, do you like? You really have to soak in how disgusting it is in the wake of. I mean, not even a few hours have passed since these now 15 people were gunned down.
Can you imagine on October
celebration.
7th, if any world leader
Yes.
had the temerity to make a much more meritorious case
Yes.
that I warned Israel for the past 2 decades that starving
Yes.
this population and caging them in
Yes.
and massacring them every couple of years
Yes.
and eviscerating them every single day of their lives would result in blowback and backlash that would cost innocent Israelis their lives. I mean, that would have had much more merit to it, and it still would have been completely insensitive.
Right.
And completely verboten in the realm of international relations.
The best they could do was seeing like a college professor saying something similar. That's the best, not a fucking prime minister of a country.
They were all expected to sit silently with their eyelids, clockwork orange open, watching the Hamas footage for the next year before they were allowed to say a thing.
I knew this podcast was going to make me feel insane. I was like, you guys are going to make me watch Bibi say stuff, and I'm just going to be upset.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God! And you know what the Hebrew word behind him is?
Oh no, tell.
Demona.
Oh, he's in the fucking nuclear facility.
Yeah, he's in a He's in a nuclear bunker up to his waist in toxic waste, which keeps his heart beating.
Yeah, he's just like he's literally sitting.
He's soaking
next
in a
to
hot
nuke.
tub a hot tub of
He's
radioactive.
holding the button in his hand.
He's in a vat of toxic waste, Harkonnen style, and he's like, and he's straight up next to a nuke with hand on the button, and he's like, the tropes that you allowed in Australia, I've caused this. And,
I'm really surprised, given his sense of humor and what he thinks is a mic drop, that he didn't say, Prime Minister Albanese, this was not a good day, mate.
Oh, he should have done that.
I have to say to this, or nor.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, you would expect it. But no, he goes on to continue to, make this about Israel. Here it
You
is.
did nothing to
Yeah.
curb the cancer cells that were growing inside your country. You took no action. You let the disease spread. And the result is the horrific attacks on Jews we saw today. We saw an action of a brave man. Turns out a Muslim brave man, and I salute him.
Fuck. Turns out a Muslim brave man, and that's fine, I guess. Fine.
That stopped one of these terrorists from killing innocent Jews. But it requires the action of your government, which you're not taking. And you have to.
It just
You come from the land down under,
yeah.
where shooters shoot and prime ministers blunder.
Oh man, I mean,
The cancer metaphor really got away from me, but we'll just keep going.
exactly. I mean, and here's the annoying thing about everything he just said, is that it's actually it's not true. The idea that the Australian government has not moved at the behest of the pro-Israel lobby in Australia. They have a very strong Israel lobby there, is fucking absurd. Especially any Australian, we have a big Australian fan base who watches and listens to this podcast. They are currently punching their screens because of how draconian it's gotten in the last 2 years, just this year alone. All right. So blaming Australia, right, for this attack is victim blaming. In February of this year, they passed a new hate crime law that banned Nazi flags, which is good, fine, good enough. But then they also banned any flags of any organization they deemed terroristic, which of course includes Hamas, Hezbollah, Houthis, or any flags that kind of look like them, which is a very interesting point. But, that's one of the actions they took. Also this year, New South Wales legislation created a specific offense for blocking, impeding, or hindering access into a place of worship.
Did we really need a New South Wales? I mean,
I know. How many?
One South Wales enough?
Come on.
Who wants more Welsh?
Especially South Welsh.
But yeah, you guys are in New York. You understand what kind of law this is and where it comes from.
Yeah.
Very specifically, people have been protesting outside of synagogues that are holding essentially land sales for illegal settlements in the West Bank. I mean, these are that makes it doesn't matter where that's happening. If you are doing illegal land sales against international law, and people are protesting
it's an ancient religious right, man.
That's true.
I don't know what to say.
We read real estate catalogs from left to right with a little pointer, and we chant the asking prices and the rates and all that.
Yes, read from left
and they
to
come
right.
furnished a lot of the time, and they're just like that. Don't worry, there's no one there.
You just go there and you're like, oh shit, that's weird.
Oh my God, there's food on the stove. That's amazing.
Oh, these guys kind of look like my family. Close enough, I guess.
Yeah,
they've got to go though.
Yeah, they got to go.
Pre-war buildings.
Yes,
I couldn't do something with that one, but
yeah. Well, we all try, and that's the important thing.
Okay,
it's okay.
Good to workshop stuff,
Yeah, that's what we're here for,
great.
man. Yeah, we're just spitballing some ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, there's
pre-war crimes. Thank you.
There we go.
There we go. All
Hey,
right, had to give it a second. Woo! Stuck the landing. Really good.
Adam, really, just cut it down to just when he said the good joke.
No.
But then I want you to do a behind the scenes of how that joke went. Okay. Okay. And the last
Patreon only.
yeah. Just a super cut of Daniel going, hold on.
Wait a second. I'm almost there.
I got a pun. It's cooking up
It's
right
loading.
now. Let me cook. And also in Victoria, they responded to pro-weekly Palestine marches in Melbourne by expanding the police powers. They essentially legalized stop and frisk.
Yep, perfect.
And so no warrant, the cops can go in and arrest who they want and stop and frisk them.
Well, you need to have stop and frisk in Australia. All these, marsupials with pouches.
That's
be
true.
In there.
What are you hiding in there, kangaroos? Oh, we're having fun.
Woo! Having a blast.
Sorry, I'm now thinking about. I'm thinking about a kangaroo getting frisked. They find a Palestinian flag in their pouch.
Make a crocodile open up. You pull the flag. What do you got in there, mate? Oh, we got him.
We got him. But yeah, I mean, it's
Koala Akbar. Koala Akbar.
Oh God.
Stupid. Yeah, the idea, of course, that they've done nothing at all to curb anti-Semitism. I mean, that's the thing. It's like curbing anti-Semitism is one thing. They've done things specifically to curb free speech and curb the right of assembly, curb civil liberties in Australia in order to appease the Israel lobby there. So it's just like looking at this fucking horrific human being who does nothing but exploit the deaths of Jews wherever they happen, and also does everything in his power in order to create those deaths. I'm sorry, but I've said from the beginning that the reason that I care about this stuff beyond Palestinian human rights, beyond being anti-apartheid state anywhere, is because I do care about anti-Semitism, and Israel is the biggest fucking exporter of anti-Semitism in the entire world. It is like what they do. They do not give a shit about the safety of Jews in the diaspora, and I know this because they exploit it whenever it does happen.
They export it and then they import it because it's their main fuel source too.
Yes, and it's the idea that the fighting anti-Semitism narrative has been so cynically co-opted by these fucking fascists. Like, it just makes me insane. And I think it makes everyone else insane too. So anyways, there's going to be more information as to, what exactly happened and the tragedy, but it's a truly horrible way to start this holiday season. And I was talking with my wife about this, and she put her hand on my shoulder and she was just like, Matt, I'm really, really sorry that you're going to have to do this fucking podcast forever.
Yep.
And I was like, yep.
I'm sorry too, you guys. Sucks.
You interested in inheriting?
I will never come back.
No, please.
We were hoping you might take over for us.
Just
I'm good.
No, you could but you should though.
Guys, my last name is Wilson with 2 L's. I'm the waspiest chick who's ever lived. Like, that can't happen.
Fuck. Okay. Well, with that, everyone, we do have to take a quick commercial break. Please listen to these ads. If it's an ICE ad, I'm sorry. We're still trying to get rid of them. But please don't join ICE, and we will be right.
If it's an ISIS ad, do the same.
Yeah, same with ICE.
Not right now. Not today. Not today.
Anti-ISIS. Exactly. We'll be right back. And we're back. This is Badass Bar, world's most moral podcast, here with Cassie Willson.
Woo,
Double
that's
L.
me. Double L. Get it right.
For 2 doses of long life.
Double the L, double the fun.
That's right.
WI double hockey stick.
That's right.
Really good.
Wilson in a handbasket. Nope.
Double S, double L.
There we
I had
go.
an email address like that when I was like 12.
Triumph of the... No, never mind.
Double S. You don't want to have double S
Oh,
anywhere.
God.
Not when you're criticizing Israel.
Should have remembered where I was instead of, Oh, boy. Party foul.
Speaking of the SS, we need to talk about the way the way in which the Zionists in the media sphere, and of course the king of all pro-Israel advocacy, Jonathan Greenblatt, the way they're talking about anti-Semitism now, especially with the rise of figures like Nick Fuentes and the rise of Candace Owens and all of these, far-right populist, openly anti-Semitic, openly Nazi, media figures who are in these conservative institutions now. And I just, I love it because he went on a podcast with Rabbi Ammi Hirsch.
Do you know Ammi Hirsch, Cassie?
Nope.
Yeah.
Last name is Wilson with 2 L's. I don't know about this stuff, you guys. Everyone you're mentioning, I'm like, nah, for sure. Am I supposed to know who that is?
Yeah.
Have you seen the movie Footloose?
I'm too young for that. I'm so sorry.
Ask your parents about it.
Yeah, I will.
Where there's this, it's a small town where dancing is outlawed, and the father of
Kevin Bacon,
the dancer, dancing teenager, is John Lithgow, a preacher, like a Puritan, moralist who wants the teenagers to stop doing sexy things with their bodies.
Right.
Ammi Hirsch is like that kind of character if it was set at like a Jewish Zionist summer camp.
Cool.
He had a Yom Kippur sermon a couple of years ago, or maybe last year, when he admonished the younger generation said, "We taught you about tikkun olam," which is the Hebrew term for repairing the world. JVP holds up that as a principle, but we didn't mean that you'd be pro-Palestine. We wanted you to be Zionists.
And
then he said, if you
to be Zionists.
That's right. And if you're not a Zionist, then what, Matt?
I don't know.
You're emotionally damaged, Jewishly.
That
yes, came in with both of them. Yeah, so he is. Listen, this guy fucking sucks, and the fact that he has been someone who in any way is respected outside of like just the most far right Zionist spheres is like insane to me.
He's very coded as like a reform or maybe conservative rabbi. Like, I'm sure he's got a lot of liberal congregants. Actually, Cassie, he's the one who said, we met with candidate Zoran in the summer and we were very disturbed. And then recently he put out a tweet being like, we met with the mayor-elect and it was a good meeting, but I have to say I'm still very disturbed by his politics and we'll be keeping a close eye on him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
So you'll be hearing from him.
he's a scumbag, and he and his other scumbag homie Jonathan Greenblatt, head of the ADL, had a podcast in which they were talking about far right anti-Semitism versus far left anti-Semitism, and I just have to say the way in which Zionists are so willing to allow space for Nazism, for literal actual Nazis, the way in which they're like forgiving of these actual Nazis is like it's wild to me to do it so openly. Here is Ammi Hirsch and Jonathan Greenblatt talking about that. Here we go.
Conspiracism and populism. I didn't mention that before, but the conspiracism is real. The Jeffrey Epstein stuff plays into it. A lot of the MAGA folks believe it. Now, by the way,
Believe what? Believe what?
I need to stop you right there, buddy. A lot of the MAGA folks believe that he existed, that he didn't kill himself, like
That his last name is outlandishly Jewish.
that he's Jewish. The idea of like just throwing the Epstein stuff in there and just being like, as we all know, that whole thing never happened. Not explaining it. Beautiful. Thank you. What is the counter narrative to that? I still don't know. When they're just like, oh, this whole Epstein thing is, a conspiracy theory. It's like, wait, but Ghislaine Maxwell was arrested, tried, and convicted.
Also, we have 8 gabillion photos of the whole thing. It's the most well documented. What are we talking?
There's victims who are alive and have come forward. What is the conspiracy?
I think the conspiracy is there were a lot of non-Jewish statutory rapists on those planes and on the island.
Yes.
And yet somehow we're always seeing, Dershowitz and Epstein. Like, why are we focusing on the ones with Jewish?
We're mostly focusing on Trump. That's what everyone's focusing on.
Prince, whatever his name is.
It's like, I'm sorry, but he is mad that the Epstein stuff is being talked about because the guy's last name is Epstein and because he had, Ehud Olmert, the former PM of Israel,
Barak.
with him. What's that?
Wasn't it Ehud Barak?
Oh, it was Ehud Barak. It wasn't Olmert.
I think so. We should get this one right.
Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, let's look it up. Ehud Barak Epstein?
Question mark? Who is?
Yeah. Okay, it's
Olmert
Barak.
was the mayor of Jerusalem. Maybe both Ehuds were in there.
Yeah, I'm also searching Ehud Olmert Epstein. Wait, Ehud Olmert, one of Jeffrey Epstein's associates. It can't. Is it both? It can't be. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Israel's ex-PM Ehud Barak and Epstein had close ties. Ehud Olmert, according to Jerusalem Post, former PM Olmert, because he was also PM, mentioned as one of Jeffrey Epstein's associates in case documents. Okay, they had both Ehuds.
Boys in the Ehud.
A second Ehud has Sorry.
A second Ehud.
Sorry. Has hit the Epstein files. God damn it.
No. Oh my God! I'm just gonna just any Ehud will do. So yeah, just a crazy thing to throw in there for no fucking reason. Here we go. Here's more of Jonathan Greenblatt talking about these MAGA right wingers, these populists who are also Nazis.
I should say, ADL is a 501c3. We don't do partisan politics. I don't get to tell people who to vote for. My job is to call balls and strikes.
I'm sorry. I love that. My job is to be the referee of politics. That's worse, buddy. Please do not frame this. Gaga balls and airstrikes. Thank you very much, Adam.
Whether or not the person, the batter's box is wearing a red jersey or a blue jersey, same strike zone. But I admire the fact and appreciate that folks on the right are working through this literally right now as we speak. We have not yet seen that happen on the left in the same way.
They're working it through, Cassie. They're working it through. Trust the process.
The right wing, they're working through it.
Metaphors. Is it cancer? Is it a like? What are we doing?
The idea that the right wing is working through it is it's a very I don't know, it's a very soft way to peddle. The right wing is dealing with a huge Nazi contingent that has looked at the other parts of the right wing and says, guys, we hate every non-white, non-Christian person. Why would we not include Jews in that?
And there's the other contingent that says, could you do a carve out?
Yeah, exactly. But, come on. We're homies.
It's a big tent.
It's a big tent. You want an ethno state? We have an ethno state. Come on, work with me, buddy.
So much in common.
It's a big sukkah.
Yeah, it's a big sukkah, and
it's a big chuppah.
Yes.
I was gonna say that too.
Yeah. Yes, it's a minion.
A thing I know about.
Yeah.
Jew stuff.
For sure.
That's why we brought you on, Cassie Wilson.
Happy to be here.
Do a skit. But I mean, I love the way in which you can sit there with a straight face as the head of the 80 fucking L and
With
just be
L.
like, hey, listen, I really admire the way the right wing is working through this weird little problem. Meanwhile, the left, I haven't seen one of them work through it. And it's first of all, the left does not have a Nazi problem.
Yeah, they don't have as much to work through.
There's nothing to work through there. Step two, despite not having a Nazi problem, the democratic and liberal institutions have done everything in their power to disenfranchise people who are pro-Palestine. Everything. Capitulated at every single fucking moment. To the point at which New York City, the city with the most Jews in the world, was like, you know what? We're going to vote for Zoran Mamdani because we don't believe in this fucking bullshit. Who are we fucking kidding here? Meanwhile, you got fucking more of this, unfortunately. Ammi Hirsch and him talking about left versus right. So I'm going to play a little bit more just for all of our edification.
It's about the left now, which you equated or compared to climate change, and I think maybe the dam is bursting on that.
What?
We're seeing...
hold on. I wasn't ready for that. Another metaphor. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the left is a lot like climate change,
Well, we are hotter.
Yeah. Because the left is causing a migrant crisis, I assume. That's where he's going with this. Refugees.
The right is working through that one too.
That's right. Yeah.
Greater effects on the climate every day.
Oh.
Yeah.
In the left-wing parties, and
Very alarming.
Democratic Party, and now with the mayoral election in New York City. What do you say? Well, first of all, what are your general observations?
So we have hurricanes on one side and tornadoes on the other. They have the same destructive force. Now, again,
And it's all in a
certainly fair to say
baseball diamond.
Yeah.
And also cancer.
You know what I love? I may not love race mixing, but I love mixing metaphors. That's my favorite pastime, like baseball.
We haven't had a mass casualty event in America like the Tree of Life massacre, which was done by a white supremacist angry about immigration, by someone on the quote-unquote left. But on the other hand, we have people on the far left justifying like a biblical catastrophe or cataclysm like October the 7th.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's the first time I've heard. Well, hold on a fucking second. That's literally the first time I've heard a Hasbarist call it biblical.
Yeah.
Except when the Zionist state of Israel used the Bible to justify what it did in its aftermath.
That's right. Yeah, that's the only time it's been biblical is when
Do
they're
not
like,
spare Amalek.
yeah, the enemy is Amalek. That's the only time it's been biblical. Yeah, I love that we have moved on from calling October 7th the Holocaust to calling it a tragedy of biblical proportions. I also, he is mentioning the Tree of Life Synagogue here, which was a shooting that happened in Pittsburgh. I think, I'm not sure how many were killed, but I think it was above 10. And it was done by a racist, white supremacist, anti-Semitic Nazi dude who went in there and he was, specifically targeting Jews because he believed that Jews were responsible for the, immigration policy that was bringing migrants in. A conspiracy theory spread by all of his fucking allies.
Okay, but on the other hand, he never posted a Miss Rachel meme.
That's right. On the other hand, he has never hung out.
His hands are clean. His hands are clean on that score, man.
Yeah, exactly. So is he really that bad? He's working through it as well.
He's just here to call balls and strikes,
Exactly. All I know is foul ball on both sides. I love how the baseball metaphor stops working immediately when you realize one of the things you would have to metaphor is mass shooting of Jews.
Right.
It's like, what is that? Is that Grand
Where do
Slam?
I fit that in? Yeah.
That's a foul tip.
That's like the dugout or something.
Is that a strikeout?
Coach got really mad. I don't.
Is that a perfect game? I don't know where we're going with this metaphor.
I'm just calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, exactly. So, we're going in the extra innings. Fucking God.
Justifying it. Literally describing some of the perpetrators who were caught and captured as hostages, which is so profane, I hesitate to even say it out loud.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but the people who we describe as hostages are the, upwards of 3,000 people, Palestinians who are in administrative detention with no charges because they live under military law. Those are hostages. In fact, I know they're hostages because they literally do exchange of captives between Palestinians and Israelis all the time. It is literally a program of we need to get Palestinians so we have people to trade with.
And he's right. It is profane to call, combatants captured in military operations hostages.
Agreed.
And he was doing a lot of that regarding a good proportion of the so-called hostages in Gaza who were captured from military bases, who were active
the majority of the after the ceasefire deal in November 2023, in which there was an actual captives exchange.
After 23 or 24?
23.
Really?
It was
soon.
Yeah, it was the one and only hostage deal that actually happened until very, very recently. And then they spent the rest of the time during the genocide doing genocide, saying we're doing it to save the hostages. The remaining captives there were, I think, by and large, if not completely, IDF. I think serving IDF or former IDF, which I guess they're all former IDF. So maybe that's not a fair metric, but yeah, I mean, what are we doing here? They were putting out articles about they were describing I think Idan Alexander, IDF soldier, they described him as being kidnapped from his tank.
That's right.
You can't get that is a prisoner of war.
As I said at the time, so much for that vaunted Arab hospitality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
And Idan Alexander, by the way, recently gave a speech where he's like, I'm re-enlisting.
Yes.
I'm going back in. I'm getting back on the horse.
Yeah, that's right. What do we do when we fall down, Master Wayne? You guys ever seen Batman?
Yes.
No, I'm too young. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Wasn't born yet.
You guys know about Michael Caine? What do we do? It's about to blow the bloody doors off. You guys gotta watch more. Here we go.
It's just so disgraceful and amoral. But the reality is there are segments of the far left which have been consumed by this anti-Zionist ideology. And we've talked on your show before, and I'm pretty out there saying anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism. Because it is.
I'm pretty out there. I'm kind of a big deal in the anti-Semitism is anti-Zionism world.
Yeah.
I'm really brave for saying it. A lot of people are calling me really brave for saying that.
I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but I got some takes. One of my hottest is anti-Zionism equals anti-Semitism. No big deal. I know it's a bit radical for you.
Kind of groundbreaking stuff happening over here.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a bit of an auteur. Here we go.
The sky is blue. You know, I also think that the world is not flat. I mean, anti-Zionism.
Keep going. No, keep going.
Yeah. Where's the baseball metaphor? I want that.
I also think that a ball is not a strike.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
I believe the latest way that anti-Jewish hate is normalized and legitimized with a pseudo-scientific or pseudo-political veneer.
What?
Pseudo-scientific?
What are we talking about?
I have no idea. You know how you guys get all your pro-Hamas scientists to go in there and look at X-rays of children.
Yeah.
You know,
astronomers hate Jews. I'm always saying that. What?
oh, is this that anti-Semitic chemistry? No, thank you.
Looking at the Geneva Convention under a microscope.
Yeah, exactly. If you look real closely, it says we can kill anybody.
That's on the periodic table.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of the elements. The element of surprise.
The tropes. And if you listen to the words and you see them for who they are, like the rabid anti-Zionist is just an
I like how
name.
Sorry,
rabbit.
So that's
Yeah,
the caption said the rabbit anti-Zionist.
It is Wascally
That's funny.
Yes. Oh God.
Hold on, that calls for just a second.
Oh God.
That calls for this. Just a second.
What's up, Doc?
The Mangala.
Beautiful.
Really good. Perfect.
You know, it's rare when we have such a specific clip that can be used more than once. And
You hit that one out of the park. That was a softball.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
You
man.
caught that one with your
Right down the middle. Okay.
golden gloves. I don't know. So yeah, that was our boys Rabbi Hirsch and Jonathan Greenblatt. I think we need to end this podcast with I think one of our new favorites out here. Do you think so, Daniel?
Yeah, I love this guy. He's always given us stuff to chew on, food for thought.
Yeah, a lot of food.
A lot of snacks for thought.
Yeah, it's the thought. Not much thought actually goes into the food, which I always like. But this is Adam Lewis Klein,
who is a PhD student at McGill, I think.
Yeah,
and he's really pioneering the sort of this new genre of like academic parsing of anti-Zionism as a problematic. Like he's just basically doing a pretty good caricature of the most obtuse woke academic tropes, but he's doing it in the service of pure evil.
Yeah, it's kind of impressive because the way that he, I don't know, talks about it is like so stupid.
It should be parody. It actually should be parody.
This is just
like very deadpan parody.
A previous example of he likes to do a lot of artwork, by which I mean he asks AI to make him graphic designs, and he had one that said BDS is apartheid.
Oh my God!
Which of course is completely absurd, being that BDS is literally the tactic taken by the anti-apartheid movement in South Africa. And
he needs to do like a Keith Haring style art, so taken from the AIDS crisis,
Yes.
Yeah.
They're all holding
the one
hands.
thing this is missing. Yeah.
All holding hands.
Holding hands, condemning Hamas. All right. But here is the most recent thing. And what is he talking about here?
He's talking about the other Albanese.
Oh, look at this.
Francesca,
double Albanese, baby.
And her latest UN report, and she's the special rapporteur, who, by the way, I saw a clip of her talking to, I forget who it was. It was Tucker Carlson.
Tucker Carlson, yeah.
Oh,
and she was talking about the
friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Well, sometimes agreeer with the show. What can we say?
Yeah.
We're living in times when he visited Palestinian refugee amputees in Qatar and at least performed the empathy it's far better than his NBC rivessentials are doing.
This is why I fucking hate liberals. This is why I hate liberals. I'm like, this is, you are losing what is essentially a woke battle.
It's the opposite of stay in your lane. It's get back in your fucking lane.
Yeah.
Stop ceding your lane. So anyway, she was talking to him about how Israel and the Zionist empire has ruined her ability to move through the world. She can't book hotels.
That's right.
She can't use her financial instruments. If her daughter tries to help her out with booking accommodation, she can be charged with aiding and abetting a terrorist.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
fucking crazy.
They've absolutely done what a mafia does, which is they make your life miserable for stepping out of line. So here's Adam Lewis Klein parsing very carefully, reading the text and the subtext and the context of her latest report. Francesca Albanese's report, Anatomy of a Genocide, bears a revealing title. The term anatomy is not incidental. It signals a visual and epistemic posture. You know what epistemic means, Matt?
No, actually.
I don't think anyone knows what that means.
Epistemological.
Yeah, which has to do, I think.
I'm
if
not
I remember,
going
if,
further.
If I
than
remember,
that.
I did McGill philosophy way back when. It's got to do with how we know things. Epistemology is the study of knowledge and how it's derived, and on the basis of what do we know things. So it signals a visual and but he knows that most people reading this have no idea what that means.
Yeah.
It signals a visual and epistemic posture, one that presumes the legitimacy of inspection, dissection, and exposure. You mean the legitimacy of inspection, dissection, and exposure that is granted to the UN Special Rapporteur for Human Rights?
I mean,
yeah, it presumes that the fucking United Nations has a role to play and some authority over world affairs.
You would think.
To anatomize is to render an object open to scrutiny.
Oh my God.
To lay it bare under an authoritative gaze.
Nerd, shut up.
Shut up, nerd.
You're being so annoying.
Oh, is there a locker that we can stuff this guy in? Fucking Christ.
He loves talking about the gaze, the projective anti-Zionist gaze.
He loves talking about gazes. Everything with him is talking about the gaze.
Well, because he's borrowing from feminism.
G-A-Z-E, by the way.
Yeah.
G-A-Z-E.
He's borrowing from postmodern. He's more borrowing from Foucault. He's borrowing from Judith Butler. He's trying to sound smart and thoughtful.
Yeah.
In this sense, the title already performs the operation it claims to describe. Like the board game?
I suppose. Don't touch the sides. That's
Operation.
a strikeout.
You're the doctor. Da, 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 da.
All right.
That was an operation ad from the 80s, from what I remember.
Wasn't alive, so couldn't tell you.
I'm just going to keep laying on that.
I'm also as young.
Yeah,
I'm also that young.
Keep going.
Oh, here we go.
It stages Israel as a body to be looked into, penetrated, and morally examined. Stop raping Israel with your laws.
Oh my God, that is insane. He's saying the use of anatomy is so we can violate her body.
This again, the most powerful, military industrial, it's so weak, and if we describe it as anatomy, it means it's vulnerable. Shut the fuck up. What are we even again?
Oh my God, he's such a beautiful buffoon. There's something about that level of thinking where you're just like, hey, is there a really, I don't know, like a dorky existential way to be pro-genocide?
Right.
It's called anatomy
Apparently
of a
is.
genocide. If anything, it's looking into a genocide. The idea is it's the anatomy. Oh, I see what you're trying to say. You're trying to say you're going to penetrate Israel, my wife? Leave my wife alone.
You could do the anatomy of a hammerhead shark. You could do the anatomy of Thanos. You could do the anatomy of any being that has a body.
The Anatomy of a Fall. Great movie.
Totally.
Anatomy of,
a kangaroo, anything.
Yeah, you go into the pouch, find the flag. Oh God, just this fucking.
It's one of the
psychopath.
worst tweets I've ever seen in my life.
Isn't that incredible?
On so many levels.
He's a machine of them too. He just pumps them out. It's
sure.
it's kind of impressive because it's most people have jobs.
He's so happy once he sends one of them out. He's like, "This will get him." The navel gazing is crazy.
It is fucking.
It is essentially the world saying to Israel, "You deserved it because of the flag you were wearing."
That's right. That's right.
Because of the flag you were wearing when you bombed those children.
Does he know about IDF soldiers literally raping Palestinians all the time?
Well,
Should we tell him about that?
Looking into that is a version of raping my beautiful country,
Right.
who is my wife. It is just, it is a constant, just horrific clusterfuck of lies and propaganda on this beautiful podcast. And I got to say, what an amazing time it is to do it.
And what an amazing choice it is to come guest on this show.
Yes, yes, it is.
I've
What
got
an
to say,
amazing
guys, it
life
is
choice.
exactly what I expected. So great.
Welcome to the fun house, baby.
Well, we couldn't do it alone, and we need people like you who are willing to.
That's right.
To undergo
Happy
this.
to be here. Happy to be here.
Yeah, it's
Just
like,
thrilled to be included.
yeah. There's nothing better than the feeling of, oh, we're ending. Thank God.
Okay, I
Everyone
need to
can-
go take a nap.
Everyone take a deep sigh of relief, have a bowl of soup, and enjoy the rest of your day. Cassie, where can people find you and find your content?
Oh, everywhere is my name. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I promise I will post another video at some point. And
yeah.
You better.
now that TikTok's about to be in the hands of
The Ellison.
Larry Ellison,
Yeah.
Also
Scariest
with
Dude
2 Ls.
Alive.
Ellisons,
So,
Ellisons.
no relation, even though 2 L's. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll probably try to branch out. But yeah, I'm
Triumph of
everywhere.
the Ellisons. Well, anyways, we had a
Anyway,
great time. Cassie,
thanks
thank
for
you for
having
coming
me.
on. We love having you on. Please come back soon. We're going to force
I
it upon you.
cannot promise that, but thank
You
you so
must.
much for this opportunity.
We'll see you next week, Cassie. And thank you to everyone out there for watching, listening to another episode. Patreon.com/badasbara, badasbara@gmail.com for all your questions, comments, and concerns. All right, everyone. Thanks again for listening. And until next time, from the river to the sea.
Stop giggling, kids. We're studying anatomy.
Beautiful.
Jumping jacks was us. Push-ups was us. Krav Maga us. All karate us.